Hey, you guys, welcome back to another review of the Never Ever. Why do I struggle with that Mets? Never Ever Mets, because it's just weird. But anyway, y'all, this was the finale, right? Before the reunion. So they're going to have a reunion. So I'm excited about that. So let's go ahead and get into it.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go and God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's going on? Go ahead, King folks. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back. How y'all been doing for real though, man? It's been a minute. You know, a lot of things been going on in life. Life be lifing on it. I know it does. The world is just kind of crazy right now. But guess what? God loves you. So stay strong. I'm not talking to you, stomach. I'm not. Dang, greedy.
My stomach was agreeing with God loves you. So yeah, did y'all hear my stomach? These mics that good if you hear my stomach.
That's a big back mentality right there, man. Anywho, but anyway, welcome back, y'all. How y'all been doing? Welcome back to another video, Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E10. It's my lovely, hungry
I'm
wife.
not hungry. It's called settling. When your stomach be making
Hungry,
noises, settling. It ain't
big
hungry.
back activities wife. Go ahead.
Did y'all see me in that dress? Was it any big back activity?
You
No.
love, bro.
Okay. No. All right, so
yeah, it won't be
this
big
is
back.
Kourtney.
You
Also
tighten that and tighten this and tighten that.
I
Of
didn't
course.
do all that.
Shoot,
all
man.
I did was had on a little spank to keep my juggling from jiggling.
Anyway, this is Kourtney Eddie. This channel is all about relationship reviews, entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight we're going to be doing a review on the finale of Married at Merriment.
Oh gosh.
Read the Love.
Oh Lord.
Love After Lockup.
9-Day
Fiance. But anyway, the Never Ever Meets. Never Ever Meets.
So if you're brand new to this channel and subscribe yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit it. Make sure that you double check and make sure it says subscribe, because I heard that the YouTube sometimes will unsubscribe you. So make sure that it does say subscribe, even if you've been a long watcher. Also, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below. We want to hear from you. You know, we always interact with our community. So let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. So it is like they got a reunion, so that's good.
Yeah, you say that.
I'm saying it again. So I really and truly wanted to. I'm glad they got one, because one that girl I had forgot. I said, "Who is that?"
The Holy Spirit girl.
Yeah, the Holy Spirit speaking tongue, shouting out. So yeah, it was her. So she.
See, well, I have to do it. You said, "Don't mock the Holy Spirit."
I didn't say mock.
Yes, you
I said, "Don't play."
Shum.
That's because I speak in tongues, so I can play with.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
The Holy Spirit shall not be played with. Okay.
So anyway, that's what she said. So yes, shama. So she was shama.
Yeah, I ain't no shama. Like, but anyway, order some tissue.
So yeah, that should be very interesting to see, because I do want to know if these couples are still together.
Heck no.
And I do want to know, since I know Jay and Sinko,
they ain't together.
I want to know if
they ain't together,
because they be talking big stuff.
Yeah, y'all talking big noise, and y'all don't even want to move to each other's state. You know what I'm saying? I can't come to Atlanta. I can't come to Chicago. That's what she's from, Chicago, right? Somewhere up there. Yeah, that's from Chicago. So yeah, y'all ain't together. Y'all might be still together, but y'all ain't together.
So let's see. So this is called So Many Different Plot Twists. So it's. I was about to say something. So it's 2 days until they actually got to decide on what they're gonna do. So a lot of them talking in the kitchen. They talking about the big day, who leaving together, who not leaving together, and all that stuff. Of course, like I said, we said Sinko and Jay. They were like, we got this locked in. We leaving together. It is. So Brandon and Kiki going on a date to Dave and Buster's. So she was like, since he wanted to act like a kid, I'm going to take him where kids go, honey. I'm going to sit up here. He been crying for 2 days since I told him about the situation with me staying with my ex. And to me, she's very
petty.
And she's I don't even know if this is a word, but unempathetic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel if that happened to you? But anyway,
y'all like Dave and Buster's? You know, I've been twice. It's okay. It's like a showbiz for grown people, in my opinion. You can drink, you know, you can pick up women or you can pick up men, wherever it floats your boat. Well, that's all Dave and Buster is. It's a club with video games.
so Kiki said that oh yeah, I talked about it. Baby, what are you doing?
You trying to get close to you.
No, you had all opportunities in there, and then you was like, I ain't finna get mushy. Do you remember saying that?
I ain't saying mushy.
What you did say?
I said I ain't got time to be mushy right now.
Oh, you
But I got time now.
So no, you gonna take your big back and you gonna sit here and sit up straight.
First of all,
and you gonna
I don't have a big back. I got a hairy back, but it's not big.
Right. So Jared is talking to Charli, and he taking her out on a date to a picnic and everything.
Who?
Charli.
Charli took Jared out.
Yeah, Jared took Charli out.
No, she took him out.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because she said, "Ooh, he liked the nature. I'm taking him to a picnic so I can win his heart again."
So she asked, you know, what he thought when the first time that he saw her, and you know, he was like, you know, I was starstruck. Yo, Charli. Let me say, see how you finna interrupt me, Charli.
Jared.
I really and truly want to say, Charli, you should know ever since that man lied to you that everything come out of his mouth is a straight up lie. He know what to say. Talking about I was starstruck. I was like, ooh. I was like, girl, you eating that up.
Jared remind me of one of the old school players. They're gonna tell you what you want to hear. Y'all gonna eat it up, and y'all gonna fall over heads over heels for that man. He is using reused lines we used to do back in the day. That's all he was doing. Ooh, baby girl, your legs gonna be tired because you've been running my head all day long.
You used them?
Yeah, I did. And one girl said, really? Oh, she a sucker. But yeah, man. All he did was use tired lines, and Charli ate it up, man. He was just telling you what you wanted to hear, so he can GTD. Get them draws. He got those draws. As he got them draws, you see how he changed.
Yeah, he changed. Like he kept enough in there,
right?
To kind of
yeah. Not just that, to kind of string her along a little bit, give her a little hope. You know what I'm saying? He gave her enough to get a little hope, but he did change. He really did change after he got the draws.
So she talking about, you know, the tattoo, you know, she said, you know, I got your name tattooed on because I wanted to show you that I was really and truly like serious about you and stuff.
You got my name tattooed on you?
And he said, you know, yeah. And he talked about, you know, I wasn't ready to do that. I was like, why in the heck, girl, would you get this man name tattooed on you?
Never met him.
Not even that. Like, he didn't even do it. Like, if it was something that y'all both agreed together.
I don't believe that. Y'all got to go in. No, y'all got to go in the store together. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't say, yeah, I'm going to do it. You do it. Then you do it. And you don't go do it on your own.
I'm talking. Have two tattoo artists. So y'all both can be getting it done together because, yeah, he can bag out after you done got yours done.
Somebody did that on Married at First Sight.
I can't remember.
I forget. Somebody did it and the other person bagged out. So yeah, man. If me and you gonna get a tattoo together, we go in at the same store at the same time. So when he started on you, he started on me.
Yeah, I can't see Eddie being like tattooed on my body.
Why not? You gotta be E-dub and have a bald head with a beard on there.
No.
Then you had your picture with long hair, Coco, and you had a little pudgy nose.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
Do what?
Have your name tattooed on me. Have my name tattooed on me.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah, right. We'll see.
I do it.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, I do it.
You finna be petty because it's in your smile.
No, I'm not being petty. I do it.
So anyway, he said that, you know, like, you my BFF, you my best friend.
He friends on her.
And so she was like, dang, I feel like you're friend zoning me. Yeah, and so he was like, no, I'm not saying that, you know, I got girlfriends, I got guy friends, but you like my best friend. Like, you the closest, like, you that girl.
Basically saying that's the level you're gonna be on. Best friend. You're not gonna be my girl. You're not going to be my woman. You're just going to be my best friend. That's it, with benefits.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, you know, like, you're going to always be my soulmate. Like you're gonna always be her forever.
You know, he had to throw that in there to keep a hook.
Yeah.
He threw that the soulmates thing in there to keep a hook. I said, man, hey, bro, smooth. That's smooth, man. You know, you notice when you said best friend hurt her feelings, right? So he said, well, I gotta get her back in. You know, you my soulmate though, baby, and that reeled her back in. Jared, brother, you smooth, brother. You smooth.
So he also said too, because she was like, as far as where we going and where we staying and stuff like that, he was like, in the first beginning, I was like, okay, maybe we can go somewhere with this, but then I started thinking like, I have my child's mom where she's established and she's in that place, and I would have to like move, and I don't want to move my child to, I want to see my child basically. So he was like, she established and I ain't finna,
Well, basically what it sounds like to me, you never planned on moving from the get-go because you knew your child mother wasn't going to allow you to take the child out of state. So why date long distance? You know what I'm saying? Unless that woman was willing to move to you. Because apparently you're not going to move out of your own state. So
yeah, because he was like, got two options. Yes, I can move to where you at, but then I still got to sacrifice my child. And no, I'm not going to do anything. You just don't stay my best friend forever. So anyway, let's move on. Kiki and Brandon sitting down and they talking. They talk about the first time they met. Seemed like Brandon DM her was like with the heart-eyed emojis. And she was like, hey.
2020 when people was on lockdown.
Yeah, that's true.
I ain't got nothing to do. DM, find people DM. I ain't got nothing to do. Can't go nowhere. I was DM everybody.
And that's a very good point because it seemed like a lot of them was in 4-year relationships.
Oh, yeah.
So it probably did happen during the C-19.
Yeah. Everybody was on lockdown, man. They ain't got nothing to do, man. So, why not date online?
Yeah.
And send people inboxes.
Yeah. So they talking about the first date and everything, and the first time they actually saw each other, they was, both smitten. Let me tell you something. Kiki is so freaking adorable. She is so cute.
Kiki, real talk, all jokes aside, she is a cute girl. She really is. You know what I'm saying? The way she talks, how she looks. To me, she's cute. She is.
That said cute. What, she is 10?
Yeah, she look like it. She act like it sometimes. What grown woman still suck their thumb? She does.
Yeah, she do.
That's why I said she's cute. She's like 10-year-old little, she's a cute little 10-year-old child.
But I do feel that for her sake, losing weight would be beneficial for her because she's not confident in it. Because you can just tell that she's just not confident being the weight that she is. But
she's cute.
But regardless to the point, I think she's freaking adorable.
Mm.
But
like she's a little puffy.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
So they talking about that and everything. So he was like, as far as where we are, he was like, when you told him about the situation, with you staying with your ex, he was like, I still got trust issues.
I understand where Brandon coming from, man. You lied to me. I went to Georgia 4 times to see you, and you flaked out on me. Now I see why you flaked out on me, because you still dealing with your ex. How do I know you still not dealing with him? You know what I'm saying? How do I know you don't still have feelings for him? So yeah, I can kind of see Brandon's point of view.
And Kiki was like, well, since we saw each other in person, then, you're tangible to me. I can come see you come see me. And I know, so you don't have to worry about me going back or being with somebody else, because now we have that physical chemistry together, and, it's real.
Well, one thing about Brandon, man, I envy you, brother, with the long hair, you work out, you're a young dude, man, so stay in shape, brother, man. Stay in shape, man. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to end up looking like me when you get in your 50s. Just PCIS. PCIS. PSA.
So Charli was talking to Alexis when they got back, and Alexis said, as far as Jerry, you keep saying that he checked all the boxes. He checked out, like, what boxes did he check? And so she was just saying he was very attentive to me. Like, he brought me breakfast in bed. He did this for me and all that stuff. And so she was like, ain't that's the best you done had out of? She was like, yeah, that's like the best man I done dated.
Dang, Charli, what kind of guys you date, man?
You can see she fall for me and easy.
Yeah, but the point is, that's the bare minimum we supposed to do for y'all, man. Check on y'all.
Well, he actually, knowing who Jared is, that's the stuff he just.
I know it's part of his game. I
Yeah.
get that, but I'm just saying, with Charlie's point of view, her perspective, that's the best she ever had dealing with a man. Man supposed to do that for their woman all the time. They feel sad and down. They supposed to check on their woman. Not going to do, hey, baby, you need anything? I know you don't feel it. You're not feeling well. You want to bring something? That's what we're supposed to do. That's our job. And you so surprised, man. The bar is set so low nowadays.
Also too, she was just saying that, you know, he used to tell me that he used to tell girls what they wanted to hear, and I always thought that I was so different,
No,
you know,
you're not.
because you know, I was closer to him and everything, and so Alexis was like, you know what, you need to walk out of here and do what's best for you. Like, leave him alone. If it's meant to be, he'll come back. It'll come back, but you need to walk away from this
Right.
and love on yourself.
Listen to grandma. She knows. She has a spirit.
So they having their last supper, you know, they all around the dinner table and everything. So it seemed like it's 8 of them left, 4 couples. And so as they was talking about, okay, now we got 4 rooms in the house. So other people gone, we got 4 rooms in the house. So now each couple can have their own room. So they was talking about the boom boom room, and somebody was like, "Oh, I want to be in that little room and stuff like 304." That they called the HOE the 304. So I want to be in the 304 and all that stuff, whatever, because you know we've been in there. So Alex was like, "Well, me and Chris haven't been in the boom boom room." So Chris was like, "I ain't going in that MF room."
Yeah, you got no boom boom with you.
I don't know if Brandon and Chris have. I don't know if Brandon and Kiki have been in.
Ooh, they're gonna be in the comments, Brandon and Chris.
So
we don't roll like that. We don't roll like that. And she think y'all do.
No, it was a that came out of Chris instead of Kiki.
But
But,
that don't even sound right. That
but
don't even
anyway.
sound similar.
So I don't know if Kiki and Brandon have been intimate.
No, I don't think they have.
Okay, so but Alexis make us feel like they the only ones that have.
That's all old school worried about. You know, no Caldwell's like a little cootie cat. So yeah, that's what she worried about. She said, "I got Caldwell's my cootie cat. I need to get knocked out." Come on, Chris. Chris, no, I ain't going to that antique stuff.
So anyway, so to Rhonda,
I can say that because I'm older.
to Rhonda, which I would love to have a job like her. Let me tell you, OWN or whoever is out there, y'all need a host to come in for a time to do a little here and there. I'm your girl. So anyway, so to Rhonda come in.
Is she doing the reunion?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they say her for the reunion there.
So anyway, so Taronda come in, and so she asked them, you know, how things going. So each one share how they feel, with how's it going and all that stuff. And here go Jerry. Yeah, she my best friend. I was like, ooh, child, he done hollered that a lot lately, honey. So so they finna get ready to play a game. And so Chris, y'all want to talk about Chris' accent and stuff like that. So he said the game was like, so if you're arguing, and I guess he broke it down.
No, they ain't break nothing down. That's a Mississippi lingo.
They said, what?
If you arguing.
See,
arguing?
See, I just saying, I didn't understand why.
I understood what you were saying.
I understood what he was saying, but I didn't understand why they're so, like, if you arguing, like, what you want me to say?
Arguing?
You're arguing, but he was pronunciating all of it.
Arguing?
Yeah, but if you say, if you argue with somebody, you see how I just glossed over it, like arguing. I didn't really break it down.
No, Chris do have a sudden dialect. That's why sometimes when you talking, it sounds like he's reading because he try to break every syllable down so you can understand it.
So they say, you know, there's that Mississippi talking to him and stuff like that. So he just kept rolling, honey. Ask the next question. So the next question was like, you know, as far as do you believe in sharing your password with your mate? And a lot of them said no. Who said yeah? Did somebody say
Nobody
yeah?
said yeah. Nobody.
And maybe it's because
I think Charli said yeah.
I think maybe because they're still in that, you know, we trying to get to know each other phase and stuff like that, and not married. I have no problem with sharing my password, like, to my phone. Now, passwords to all the other stuff, it ain't finna remember. I ain't finna remember his. I be jotting stuff down if we have to go in there or whatever.
Yeah, but the point is, if you married, you've been married for a long period of time, my personal opinion.
Well, if you married, like when you first, you talking about for a long period.
I'm just saying,
we just got married. We did it. So.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to say, me personally, I think you should know the password. Because what if something happened, you got to get into the password. I don't know how to get to it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to get to a bank account or how to get to my life insurance because I changed the password. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't.
What?
I don't know it.
What?
I don't know your life insurance thing.
Okay.
Like we got more passwords that we got to exchange it right now somewhere.
I ran my mouth.
I don't know that. But I meant when they was talking about, I was thinking like your phone, just being able to pick up the phone and go in there and whatever. Then
again, you still call 911 if it's locked. Your phone locked.
Yeah, but we're not talking about if it's that kind of an emergency or something like that or whatever, because it may not be a 911 situation. But regardless, we believe in sharing passwords. Now, do we trust each other? Absolutely, because it ain't finna just go in my phone. I ain't finna go in his.
I really never been through your phone like that unless you told me to go through it.
Yeah, and the same, because I don't have no urge. He don't do anything that give me suspect to go in there and check anything. So that's where trust comes in.
All I'm saying, if you go on my phone and you look at my online history, don't get mad at me. Because we ain't gonna be houses and cars on my wish list and how can I afford a $500,000 car? Can I sell a kidney for it? Yeah, stuff like that. I'm serious.
But anyway, so they talked about that. They also talked about, do you believe in monogamy? And you had to kind of like raise the green and say yes, red. And everybody said yes except for Jared. He said no.
He said it's hard for him to be with a person for a long period of time because you get tired being with that same person. So in his opinion, once you get tired of that person, you should leave. You don't need to kind of stick it out or work things out. No, if I'm tired of you, if I'm tired of seeing your face every day, I should have the option to leave.
He also said too, I think he was trying to like play in folks' face, like use all that word salad. I told you, Jared had been to some torture programs, Jack, because he be trying to spit off all them words and stuff. So he was saying too that he said that, like, what if the person died? Then you end up with a broken heart. So why love somebody and stick around?
Well, he said that because he got caught. He got put in the corner, and you trying to make it sound better. No, I ain't mean like that. I mean, if the person died, now you stuck with a broken heart. So leave before that person to die. I'd rather leave before that person dies, so I don't have a broken heart. No, what you really want to say is that you want to have options. You don't want to be that one person all the time because you might get tired of that person. You want to move on to go somewhere else. He said, now he did say, I don't cheat. I'd rather leave before I cheat. But I can get down with that.
But do you? Because you ended up having a child when you were supposed to be in a relationship with this woman for 4 years.
Dang, that's a good point. It's like snap. Yeah, that's a good point. You supposed to be with. Well, then again, Charli cheated too.
I know, but he said he don't cheat. So anyway, he said that he said he never loved like a person, like because he believed in if you never loved before, then you never loved at all, or something like that. So you kind of keep yourself from getting heartbreak. So it seems like he's never been in love before.
It was an old song back in the day. I forget who made it. It was a rock group. It said, owners of the lonely heart. I'd rather have owners of the lonely heart is better than have it be a highway. Loners. Hold on, I'll get it. Lonely with a cow. Lonely of the only heart is better than lonely of the. Never mind. It's a song back in the day. I don't know. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, I'll find it.
Nobody cares.
But it's to this point. Go ahead.
We don't care. So anyway, moving on because I'm gonna move on, and I really truly don't care by the time he pick it up. So Alexis tells Chris, "We supposed to go to the boom 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 boom. How many booms in the boom boom room tonight?" And he tells her, "Ooh, I think you're going to do that voodoo on me and stuff like that." So it seems like Chris don't want to go. So it's surprising to her because they had a conversation earlier about them going to the boom. But it didn't really sound like he said that he was going. He was like, what we're going to do? We're going to stay in there all night. So it didn't really sound like he agreed to that. But she was like, yeah, we're going to do it. I want to give you a massage. And hold up, I'm going to give you a massage. Put some oils on you. Get some chocolate covered strawberries, all those things or whatever.
All right, it was by a rock group called Yes, back in the day, back in the 80s. It says, owner of a lonely heart is so much better than an owner of a broken heart. Meaning, some people rather be alone and not fall in love than fall in love and get the heart broken.
That sounds like Jared because he said he was married before now. I
Yeah.
don't know who
Owners
broke his
of a
heart.
lonely heart, much better than owners of a broken heart. Yeah, I remember that song. That used to be my theme song back in the day. Cause I said I ain't never gonna fall in love. Cause I'd rather be a owner of a lonely heart than an owner of a broken heart. Cause I want my heart broken. I worked for like 35, 40 years till I met her. I gave her my heart. Be gentle with it, cause my heart real small.
So they are packing, and Charli said that she don't understand or believe why Jared don't believe in monogamy. He said what he said, but then he in her room kissing her on the forehead at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sorry, I was just playing. I was just trying to say that in front of them so I can look hard, so I can be cool. Yeah, yeah, baby, I get it.
So Brandon wants to talk to Kiki, and I don't know the way that they kind of do they little
final decision.
Yeah, it's weird. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking it was gonna be set. I don't know why I had Married at First Sight in my head when the decision day. They, like, what's her name? The host
of what?
On the show, Toronto. I don't think they were gonna meet with Toronto. And she was,
that would have been good.
Yeah, and she had him like sitting down something. Now, what's your decision? Then they say yes or no. That's why I thought it was gonna go. But Toronto said, "Nah, I did my 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know that's right.
I did my 10
y'all
minutes.
Want me to do the reunion too? Oh, that's extra, honey." So they had said it's better for y'all just go to the side and do it yourself. So Brandon talking to Kiki, and so he said, listen, I think that we should separate. Like, I don't think this is gonna work. I guess I don't know if he said something about trust issues and stuff like that or whatever. So
he did.
Kiki was like, well, I agree, but then she come being petty. I'm sorry. She was like, ooh, you make me feel like I got to walk on eggshells, your mood too. And I believe that's why when Brandon got ready to leave, he was like, bye. And he shut the door. Yeah. Like, I think he was trying not to go off on her in that moment, because to me, in my opinion, I don't think Kiki was taking ownership of why he said we should no longer be together.
Yeah, she was trying to hurt him like, he hurt her. So that's why she brought up that, oh, yeah, you moody. I don't know how to take you sometimes. I just can't deal with that. I got to walk around you on eggshells and glasses and everything because I don't know how you going to come out your bag.
I think
it was a payback thing. That's all it was.
So when they got ready to leave, because they was hugging everybody and say, y'all leave it. Like, yeah, we finna go our separate ways and stuff. So, of course, they saying they goodbyes and hugs and stuff. And so the people said, dang, he ain't gonna help Kiki. She's struggling with that suitcase.
Brandon, like you said, Brandon was in his feelings.
Oh, yeah, he was pissed. So she was like, I don't get no hug. He was like, bye. And he got in the thing and he ain't open no door for her. He ain't do none of that stuff. So he was like, bye, because I feel like if she would agree and not said that other part, he probably would have, hey, it was nice knowing you, yeah. Right. But yeah, so anyway, come on back home to Alabama, Chad. So anyway, so Chris is talking to Alexis. This did not go the way I thought it was gonna go. Chris, like, I don't know if he played in our face once again like he did on Ready to Love, Child.
But Chris is on. He loves being on TV, man. He loves that attention.
Maybe they told him y'all gonna I don't know.
Cause Grandma wanted to go to the boomer room, and Chris said, "Nah, I can't go to the boomer. Yeah, cause I don't know what kind of stuff you got in there. Your whips, chain, you ain't gonna do me like that. Cause you got all that old antique stuff. You might put on me. I might catch gangrene. So I ain't gonna do that. So I'm thinking, all right. I said, okay, Alexis, you should stay in your lane, stay in your age group. So I'm thinking Chris is gonna say, heck no, and Chris, he kind of built it up and stuff, But you know what? We can learn from each other. You go through the hardship to get to where we're at now. And if you don't mind me asking, with your blessing, I would like to continue on. And Grandma said, yeah, she got a tambourine out.
If anybody had more chemistry is very important, and I just don't see the chemistry between them two.
I don't either.
I saw it with Brandon and Kiki, and we know why they ended up, breaking up. But it's like, what? That was very shocking to me, very surprising to me, and I just think it was something that I don't. Chris was doing.
I think you said earlier that Chris has said yes to me saying yes.
It to me,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't think he's into Alexis like that. I
Yeah.
really don't think he is.
and I guess we'll find out on the reunion, you know, where they stand. But you know, it really was just weird. But anyway, so Jay and Sinko, they was like, y'all already know, bad deuces. When they got in the car, they fist bumped each other. Now, I really truly I like their relationship, to be honest. Yes, is Jay more?
It's kind of cocky.
Jay is very cocky. I think it's Jay that's cocky.
Yeah, what's his name?
Sinko.
He's kind of more down to earth and he's a realist. Jay is very cocky, and y'all about to thank God we went on that show, because y'all would be below us when it comes to relationship. We would show y'all how it was done, baby. We would show y'all how it was done. But yeah, y'all, Jay, you look too cocky. Ooh, yeah, we know we go win.
And y'all still better be together. I don't care if you got to fake it through the reunion.
Boy, if y'all ain't together, ooh, Jesus, we gonna give y'all the business. You hear me?
Because like they fist bumped and all that stuff when they was in the car. Like I said, I like their relationship. I think they have a great friendship.
I do. Actually, I like both of them.
Yeah,
I do
too.
But Jay, even though you remind me of my sister, you're too cocky. And maybe that comes from you playing sports. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just confident. You know what I'm saying?
You spit way over here.
And let's see, if we was on the show, I would spit on y'all like that too. So I get it. You confident. You know what I'm saying? That's how you raising bread, I guess. But
yeah, man. And then she got that Chicagoism.
Yeah, man. What's up with y'all guys in Chicago, man? Y'all
girl.
Guys and girls. Y'all very arrogant, man.
So yeah, that's how that went and everything. So Chris and Alexis, they said they leaving together. She said, and they in the confession, of course, they sitting together, and she said she gonna, have to see how she can relocate to Dallas and stuff. I was like, girl,
man, Chris don't want you in no Dallas, man.
What'd she say?
I don't know, but
can't remember.
You gonna bring that antique furniture over there? I know you got that plastic couch still. You gonna try to move over there.
So Jared and Charli gotta have a conversation and see what they. I was like, y'all, can y'all just not sit on the couch? Why y'all gotta walk 20 miles to get to some?
All say we got this house for checkout time 12 o'clock. We're gonna use every minute of it.
So during the commercial, they showed us that they got a reunion, and I want to say this too. I don't watch. Like if I don't have nothing to do and the reruns are on, then the court show Miss Pat will come on. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. But I guess a lot of people like it.
Get to it.
For that fact, this is what I want to say. I want to say that I saw it when something was going off that I DVR'd, because you can't tell me to get to it. And I seen Clay from this show on Miss Pat court thing, and I think I'm gonna tape the show because it's supposed to be airing next. So I guess that's next week whenever the show come on. So I'm gonna see what he got to say. So Clay is another that like to be on TV chat. So we gonna see him on the reunion acting up, and we're gonna see him in Miss Pat court thing. I said now he gonna just be on all the TV. You know what I'm saying? A little here, a little there. So boy, going on. So anyway, as they go out in the weeds and stuff in the backyard, he basically told Charli, you deserve somebody better, you know what I'm saying?
And that's how you let a woman down. You try to make yourself look like the worst guy that is so you can make her feel better about her decision by not being with you.
Have you ever tell somebody
Oh,
that?
yeah. I was saying, you know what? I don't want to be like I make myself look like I'm the worst guy in the world. I said, oh, yeah, I'm not ready. I'm still immature. You need somebody better than me. You need somebody.
This was after you done had sex with him and stuff?
Of course.
Ugh.
Yeah, you need somebody.
I'm married to you.
You need somebody better than me. I'm not the man for you. I feel like I'm going to disappoint you in the future, and you don't need that. You're a good person. You don't need that disappointment. You don't need me to drag you.
You meant that? Did you mean that?
Heck no. You try to make them feel better about me walking away from them. And then they say, yeah, you're right. You're not ready. You're not the one for me. I said, I get it, but there's some man out there gonna love you way better. You can love,
But to be honest, I don't know, like when that took place. I prefer if a man told me that up front, before sex or anything like that.
We ain't gonna do that.
And
we're not gonna do that.
Everything. Or now some men won't tell you that at all and just continue to cheat on you within the relationship.
No. It's not about cheating. It's like, ooh, man, I want to move on to the next best thing. I gotta get rid of her. So you just tell her, yeah, I'm scum, baby. I'm not gonna do right by you, So I'm sorry. You deserve better than me, and you're a good person, and I know you find someone better than me. He's gonna make you happy. I can't make you happy. And she goes, yeah, you're right. You're right. I appreciate you being honest with me. Then I get in the car, driving away, smile.
So
rid of that. Woo.
So
hey, babe, what you doing? Yeah, I ain't doing nothing.
Okay, we got the picture. So Charli said,
why you cut my story off?
So Charli said, you mean to tell me you done drug me along all this time? You done, like, the dude that had sex with you, he done not just had sex with you, he played it out through the whole show because he wanted to stay there on vacation so he won't have to go back home to that baby, that fresh baby that was crying, and the mama like, okay, now it's your turn to watch. So that's why he stayed on here and drug it right on out. And so she was like, she felt like a fool. And she felt like I feel like you used me. I was all into you, but now I see that you weren't into me. I said that you told me that, you tell girls what they want to hear. I thought I was different, but it seemed like that you told me exactly what I wanted to hear. And so now I'm done with you. Like, I'm done. Like, okay, you move on. Like, so she was pissed. She really truly was. But once again, girl, you fall in love too fast. The dude was showing you all the signs from the signs from the signs. And, you just fell for the okie doke.
You did, Charli. You did. See, you should have read my book. My book would say how to recognize a player. And that...
Why don't you write one? Because you saying that, but you have one. You don't have one. It's still it's large and that's probably what that is. If you write a book, it probably come out. You need to get flat. It probably just held up books. Go ahead,
you got jokes, don't you? All right, okay. Anywho, yeah, you should have read that. See, that's in chapter 3. The signs. The signs. You can't let a man give you signs and give you a little hope and give you big. You got to look at the hope and sign ratio, okay? And the hope and sign ratio with Jared was real lopsided. The hope ratio was way up here, and the little, the sign ratio way up here, and the little hope way down here. So he gives you the major signs, but he gives you a little bit of hope to keep you going. You can't fall for that. You can't fall for that, man. When you see the red signs, man, and them signs outweigh the slimmer hope you have to be with this person, move on. Leave. I try to tell every woman, look at the signs. If this man show you some major signs, don't let that little sweet talk reel you back in. Well, I went, really, baby? Reel you back in. Get reeled back in like a fish. I'm telling you. I wrote the book on this.
Where's that? Where's that? So anyway, Jared, she leave.
Sound like her grandma. Where's that?
So she leave, and one thing he did, he opened her car door, he put her luggage in. I would say, don't touch nothing, and I shut my own door.
He said, I love you, baby.
He did say something, didn't he? Did he say something about best friend too?
No, you said, I love you. You my best friend. I love you.
Oh my God! Stop it! Stop it! Like, just stop it. And she my best friends like that, I don't want them.
And she driving off all sad and stuff. And Jared got his seatbelt on, twisted, smile. Yeah, smiling. I got out of that.
Like, I guess he was like, I made it through.
Yeah. He got what he won. He won.
They said Jay cooked for most of everybody. Mm-hmm. So he was on vacation, chilling at the house, do a date night, have sex here and there, and chill with the guys, have fun, crack jokes.
Jared came out smelling like a rose. He got the draws. He had vacation. He ate good. He stayed in a nice house. He went on dates. He got away from the little baby crying, like you said. Yeah, he won. He won.
And then on top of that, he used his portrait. So now the world know that he is portraitized. Like he portraitized everybody.
They kind of look like Jamie Foxx. So now he's, oh man, I might be a double for Jamie Foxx in a movie.
Well, he was younger.
Oh yeah, sometimes everybody needs somebody younger.
So I mean, Jerry came out on top, honey. Enjoy his vacation. How long they were there?
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, he enjoyed them 2 weeks, honey. So he know he got to get back to reality, back to life. So he had to get back to life, back to reality. So
back to life, back to reality. What? What the hell is a dooga? What's a dooga? That ain't sound like the beat that I heard back in the day.
That's what they say.
Yeah, it wasn't no dooga.
Anyway, on that note, you guys, that's all we got. Yeah, I don't know. I guess y'all just see us next Friday again, child, for the reunion, because I don't know what shows, and I'm just gonna be honest. Like some shows we forgot about Family and Fiance, and then some shows that it's just not worth us doing it because they don't garner views. Like if it's not really worth, like I have done several Netflix shows that really didn't garner much views, and I ended up wasting like 8 hours of my day. Because y'all know them shows we come back
to do those spring shows like that. They want you. They put the whole show out in like 1 week, and you got to do like 8 episodes, and each episode's an hour long. Then you come out here and do all 8 episodes in a review, and you only get 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Man, you wasted like 10, 12 hours of your life.
And y'all got to know views equal money. So it got to be worth our time and our money and the money to be able to come out here and read. Like I watched Forever on Netflix. It is so freaking good. Even Eddie teared up over the commercial.
I did not, man.
It was like Chef's Kiss for real. But I would have loved to kind of review that, but I didn't see when I posted out there a lot of people watching it.
Or about we can do a review on Straw.
I don't know, but I
what y'all think about Straw?
Have y'all seen it? It seemed real depressing to me, so I was like, you know what, I don't want that in my life.
Come on, it's just struggling black woman, man.
So you gonna watch it? We gonna watch it together?
Hell no! They get me all mad.
Okay. So, but yeah, so that's kind of like where we at. Now I know some shows that's coming out. We know Ready to Love. It's been announced they're coming back August the 1st.
Woo.
I know that's what I said. Hopper, who do you folk? So Ready to Love coming back on August the 1st, and then Kings or Queens coming on in July. I think that's it was the Queen's Court. I think now it's the King's Court, and that's on Peacock. That's coming on. So I don't know.
What about the Braxtons?
I don't know when they're coming back on though.
And Married to Medicine.
They just went out there. They be like once a year.
And Married First Sight. We don't know when.
And probably maybe August. If they go by their original schedule that they used to a couple of years ago, it could be August.
They're gonna be streaming this, so I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, we don't know, but it may turn out good, it may not. So
we tried to pop the balloon on Netflix. You see how that went?
That they last show was the end of May, so
Thank
they
God.
had 8 episodes.
Thank God.
So, but yeah, I know that sometimes y'all give us, ideas and stuff like that or whatever. But if we just don't see the way it can fit and it makes sense to us and it make money to us, then it's not.
It'll be one person. Y'all need to do a review on this. And what we're gonna do a review for that one person because everybody else got to watch too. You know what I'm saying? We just can't do it for you. Me personally, I would love to do more reviews, man, but more people got to watch.
Yeah. All right. On that note, you guys, that was our little, commentary.
PCS.
Yeah. But we will see you guys on the next video.
PSA.
Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I would put God first.
Deuces.
Hey!